So it's been reported today that TIMOTHÉE has dumped Miss Kylie Jenner. Apparently everything was good until TIMOTHÉE went away to film in Hungary. Apparently Kylie felt that from that point onwards she was having to make all of the effort in the relationship, and to be honest, that's something that we've seen throughout their relationship.
Okay, listen, we need to talk about what's really going on with Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet right now, because the internet is losing its mind over these breakup rumors. And honestly, the publicists are working overtime trying to control the narrative. But here's the thing, there's more to this story than what TMZ is telling you. And while we're at it, we're also going to get into Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater, because apparently they're thinking about marriage? Like, marriage, after everything that went down. So buckle up, because this is about to get messy.
Timothée was absent from Kylie's mom's birthday party. It seems like everyone was there but him.
Let's start with Kylie and Timmy because, girl, what is happening? So here's what we know. Just a few days ago, the Daily Mail dropped this bomb saying that Timothée has basically dumped Kylie. They said everything was fine until he went to Hungary to film Dune Part 3, and from that point on, Kylie felt like she was doing all the work in the relationship. And honestly, we've kind of seen this pattern throughout their entire relationship, right? Like, she's been the one flying out on her private jet just to see him for like a day. She's been the one making all these grand gestures. And he's just been working. But then, literally hours after those breakup reports came out, multiple sources ran to People magazine and TMZ saying they're still together and they're doing great. The sources are like, they're really in love. He talks about her all the time on set. Which is interesting because remember that Vogue interview where he literally refused to say her name? Yeah, that Vogue interview. Here's where it gets really telling though. Timothée wasn't at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. And this wasn't just any party. This was at Jeff Bezos' mansion. It was huge. Everyone was there. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were there. But not Timothée. The excuse? He's filming in Europe. Okay, fine. But like, when you're dating a Kardashian Jenner, missing Kris's birthday is basically a statement. And the comment sections are going crazy. One person wrote, "This relationship is literally the encapsulation of how embarrassing it is to have a boyfriend. He is her humiliation ritual." I mean, harsh, but also, people are noticing something.
It looks like they are still dating and they're really in love.
Now, let's talk about why everyone's so skeptical about these everything's fine statements. Remember when Timothée did that Vogue interview last week? The interviewer tried to ask him about Kylie and he completely shut it down. Like, wouldn't even acknowledge their relationship exists. He said he won't talk about his relationship, not even in a cute protective way. Just straight up wouldn't engage. And look, I get wanting privacy, but you've been dating this girl for over 2 years. You've been photographed making out at Coachella. You've been to 2 Golden Globes together. You celebrated Christmas with her kids. At some point, the "I value privacy" excuse starts feeling like something else. Then there's the new report from The Sun that just came out. And honestly, this one feels more real. Sources are saying that Kylie's been pushing for holiday plans. Thanksgiving, Christmas, the whole thing. She wants to lock in their schedule. But the more she pushes, the more he pulls away. One insider said, "Timothée is lukewarm at best. He goes hot and cold on her. When he's away filming, he barely acknowledges her." That doesn't sound like someone who's really in love and talking about her all the time, does it?
Even though Timothée has been working in Europe, the pair have made an effort to see each other every few weeks.
And can we talk about Kylie's recent behavior? Because girl was giving "my situationship hasn't texted me back" energy at her mom's birthday party. If you didn't see the videos, Kim was doing a vlog, and you can see Kylie was just drunk. Like posting herself drunk on social media, which is so not typical Kylie behavior. Someone on TikTok pointed out that you could see it in her eyes. That look of, "my tall, skinny, brown-haired boyfriend is ghosting me, and I'm trying to act like everything's fine." We've all been there. Not at our mom's party with Meghan Markle, but we've all been there. The thing is, Kylie's been in this position before with Travis Scott. Remember all those times they were taking a break, but she was still clearly hung up on him? This feels similar. And sources are even saying that nobody really understands why she's clinging on so much. They say she's always anxious, always on edge, constantly checking her phone. But here's what I think is really going on. An insider told The Sun that after Timothée got into what they called a big fight with Kylie, he had a serious conversation with Kris Jenner. And apparently, Kris basically told him that now is not the time to create crazy publicity by breaking up with Kylie. So he's staying? Out of PR concerns? That's bleak.
Vlog. I'm officially the last 20-year-old in the family, and also I've been doing this vlog for so long. They're so loud for this.
Okay, now let's switch gears to Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater, because this situation is equally messy, but in a completely different way. So we just wrapped up the Wicked press tour, right? The movie's making over $500 million globally. Ariana just got her first Golden Globe nomination. Everything should be great. Except there were also breakup rumors swirling about them too. At the London premiere, people noticed they weren't standing next to each other in the cast photo. Ethan was on one side, Ariana was in the middle. And honestly, that's a reach. But the internet ran with it. Then TMZ and multiple other outlets came out saying, actually, they're fine. Sources saw them holding hands backstage and being affectionate. They're making time for each other despite busy schedules. Okay, sure. But here's what's wild. Just a few weeks ago in October, the Daily Mail reported that their wedding plans are completely off the table. They had sources saying, at one time they discussed marriage, but that is no longer on the table. They fell head over heels in love when they first hooked up, but those days are over. They even said the relationship has turned toxic. But now Entertainment Tonight has sources saying they see themselves getting engaged in the future, that they think each other is the one. Like, what happened in the span of a month? Did someone wave a magic wand? Was it the Wicked premiere success?
Premiere that took place in London on Monday night only further fueled speculation and rumors. Because in the cast photo, Ariana and Ethan were not standing next to each other. Which sounds like a far stretch, but you know how the internet will take a rumor and run with it.
And we can't talk about Ariana and Ethan without addressing the elephant in the room. These two got together in probably the messiest way possible. Both were married. Ariana to Dalton Gomez, Ethan to Lily J. And Lily had just had their baby. Like, their son was born in 2022, and by 2023, Ethan was with Ariana. Now, the reps have always maintained that both relationships ended before anything romantic started between them. But Lily literally wrote an essay for The Cut where she said, I really never thought I would get divorced. Especially not just after giving birth to my first child, and especially not in the shadow of my husband's new relationship with a celebrity. That's heavy. That's really heavy. And Ariana's addressed it in her own way. In her Vanity Fair interview, she basically said people believe the worst version of the story, and that Ethan's character has been completely misrepresented. She's defended him multiple times, saying he has the best heart and works so hard to be there for people he loves. But the public perception is what it is. And that's part of why I think these marriage reports feel premature. Like, yes, sources are saying their families are supportive and everyone's happy for them. But also, Ethan's dealing with co-parenting a young child with his ex-wife, who very publicly did not want this divorce. That's complicated. So what's actually happening with both of these couples? Here's my take. With KYLIE and TIMOTHÉE, I think they're in that weird space where they're technically together, but it's not working. Like, they haven't officially broken up, so publicists can truthfully say they're still dating. But that doesn't mean things are good. The distance, the different lifestyles, the fact that he's clearly not as invested as she is, those are real problems. And I think we're going to see them either make it official and break up in the next few months, or KYLIE's going to keep holding on, and it's going to get messier. As for Ariana and Ethan, I actually think they might be more stable than people give them credit for. The Wicked success has brought them closer. They're in their little bubble right now where everything's exciting and new, and they're both at career highs. But marriage? I don't know. That feels like something sources say to make the relationship sound more serious than it actually is in the moment. The reality is, both of these relationships started under intense public scrutiny. KYLIE and TIMOTHÉE from the very beginning were this odd couple that nobody expected. And Ariana and Ethan began their relationship amid divorce drama and cheating allegations, whether those allegations are fair or not. That kind of pressure either makes you stronger or breaks you. And right now, I think we're watching both couples figure out which one it's going to be. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you think KYLIE and TIMOTHÉE are actually going to make it? Or is this just publicists trying to control the narrative until they can announce a breakup on their own terms? And what about Ariana and Ethan? Do you see them actually getting married? Or is this just Wicked press tour love that's going to fade? Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. because we're going to keep following these stories as they develop. I have a feeling things are going to get a lot more interesting before they get resolved. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!